I am voting for Donald Trump. I just wanted to say that plainly because I don't think enough of his supporters actually just say that on TikTok. Now, I could easily say that I'm voting for him because the current president has dementia. I could say that I'm voting for him because the current administration has led to an economy that's the worst since the Great Depression. I could even say I'm voting for him because the current administration doesn't believe in the rule of law. But it's not for any of those reasons. See, I don't need the other guy to be terrible in order to vote for Donald Trump. I'm voting for him because I have a good enough memory that I can remember what the country was like under the Trump administration before COVID. I remember what the economy was like when U.S. oil production reached an all-time high. I remember the price of gas when the U.S. became the world's largest producer of crude oil. I remember the value of the dollar when we actually started exporting natural gas for the first time since the 1950s. I remember when the military got raises that were above inflation. I remember what it was like when the poverty rate was below 12%, unlike what it is right now. I remember when ICE was allowed to stop people from human trafficking and arrested a record number of them every year Trump was president. I remember what it was like to actually make lasting peace agreements between Israel and other nations. I remember what it was like for the NATO allies to pay their fair share. I remember the benefits of renegotiating trade deals with Mexico, Canada, and China. I remember how fun it was to say China. See, I don't have the mental block that liberals do where they block everything out before COVID, where they just act like that year under COVID was the entire Trump administration, where they pretend that the current administration has just added more jobs than any president in history, when really all he did was open the economy back up. Like it didn't matter who was president, those jobs were coming back. So no, unlike the pitch you heard from Harry, where he said you have to vote for Biden because the other guy is so awful. No, you have to vote for Trump because he already did such a great fucking job. And if you can't remember the job he did, you either blocked it from your mind so you can validate voting for a guy that doesn't even know he's president, or your memory sucks so bad you just can't remember 4 years ago. I don't know which one it is, and honestly, I don't care. Because for all those reasons, I'm voting for Donald Trump. And if you are too, tell me why in the comments.